that the evidence that they claim they have is actually not remotely acceptable. That's why I'm here. That's the thrust of my channel. That's why I'm calling myself Nutrition Science Watchdog.
So science itself has never proven gravity as a force itself. What is proven is 9.8 meters per second squared is the near constant rate of acceleration towards the Earth all over the Earth.
What is happening here?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know, and science has never proven that as a force. Obviously, they have proven it is observable science that things accelerate at the same rate. Yeah, but
and that we're stuck to the ground.
Nobody knows what is actually causing it, and scientists themselves will tell you.
So Sir Isaac Newton got that wrong, did he? Did he just get that completely wrong?
It is not based on science. It is based on absolute gut rot.
So where is the science? Where is
absent in nutrition?
Science,
that's what I've been saying.
Right.
Science is a discipline.
So how
the disciplines have been absolutely abandoned many, many years ago in the fraternity or sorority or fraternosorority or whatever you want to call it of nutrition science. It's an absolute have. People are being misled.
So you're saying
as to the level of inference that is in existence and available.
So you're saying then, that the entirety of nutrition science is useless. Is that what you're saying?
Almost, because...
Are you saying that?
I am saying almost useless.
I mean, is that really science? If an evolutionist is claiming they're scientific, claiming they have data on their side, you just need to ask them, is that really scientific, or is that just what they happen to believe, happens to be where they've chosen to put their faith? And questions like these, any person that's willing to be objective, willing to think about it even to a small degree, will realize that, in this case, evolution not only has nothing to do with science, but again, science has shown it to be completely absurd.
So you're saying then that no one, the public, cannot be informed in any way on nutrition?
No, physicians are not trained in nutrition.
Okay.
And in fact, nutritionists are not trained in nutrition either.
All right. So
nutritionists are indoctrinated into a false view of nutrition based on the pseudoscience that leads to people dying. They should actually, if I'm in charge, not only do doctors shut up about nutrition for now and forever, so do nutritionists, by which I mean registered dietitians. In fact, that organization gets shut down. Everyone that's an RD gets put out of business because they are also mandated to give the wrong advice. While we're at it, we shut down the Heart Foundation, the Diabetics Association, and all of those ones as well. They all get shut down because they are all guilty of genocide.
Well, NASA were developed for the sole purpose of lying to us. Their only purpose is to perpetuate the globe lie. Every single story that is told by NASA has the subcontext that we live on a globe.
Given that, a lot of the work, as you say, is flawed, the disciplines have not been there because you can't actually do good science with human beings who are free to live freely. If you don't control every single degree of freedom, then someone can come to your study and say, no good. What I'm saying is, in my professional opinion, based on my very, very significant understanding of the physiology and the science, my advice is going to be, there is no evidence whatsoever that you need any fiber at all. There is no evidence that you need any amount of vitamin C or anything like what we're told we need. There's no evidence that you need any carbohydrates in your diet whatsoever. Plant foods are not the staple. They are not the basis of the human physiological design. They are a subsistence food that we are able to survive on. It's been a survival technique.
Look, you're wasting our time. You're not going to get us to not believe in evolution.
And why is that?
Because the smartest scientists in the entire world all agree that it's real.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because, Mr. Reynolds, science is a liar sometimes.
Oh, boy.
This is Aristotle, thought to be the smartest man on the planet. He believed that the Earth was the center of the universe, and everybody believed him because he was so smart. Until another smartest guy came around, Galileo, and he disproved that theory, making Aristotle and everybody else on Earth look like a bitch. Of course, Galileo then thought comets were an optical illusion. And there's no way that the moon could cause the ocean's tides. Everybody believed that because he was so smart. He was also wrong, making him and everyone else on Earth look like a bitch again. And then, best of all, Sir Isaac Newton gets born and blows everybody's nips off with his big brains. Of course, he also thought he could turn metal into gold and died eating mercury, making him yet another stupid bitch. Are you seeing a pattern?
No.
Mr. Reynolds, these were all the smartest scientists on the planet. Only problem is, they kept being wrong. Sometimes.
Oh, this is insane, you fool!
I'm a fool because I have more faith in the saints that wrote the Bible?
Yeah, because you just read the words of a bunch of guys that you never met, and you just take it on faith that everything they wrote was true.
And what makes you think what your scientists are writing is any more truer than my saints?
Because there are volumes of proven data, numbers, figures. There are fossil records.
Oh, fossil records. I didn't even think about the fossil records. I guess I'll concede. Oh, wait, one more thing before I do, Mr. Reynolds. Have you seen these fossil records?
Have I? Huh?
Have you poured through the data yourself? The numbers, the figures?
Well, no. No.
Oh, interesting. So let me get this straight, Mr. Reynolds. You get your information from a book written by men you've never met. And you take their words as truth based on a willingness to believe, a desire to accept, a leap of, dare I say it, faith?
Come on. Look, I mean, I don't even know how I'm supposed to respond to that. Like, come on. That's a false equivalency.
Just answer the question, Mr. Reynolds.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.